So for the next part of this project, we're going to add in abilities for us to detect when a new file, a new MP3 is added into a Google Drive folder. And then we're going to trigger this flow to be updated based on detection of the new folder. All right, so I'm going to just make a duplicate of it. So I'll say transcribe Google trigger. And I'm going to first go into my Google Drive. So in my Google Drive, I'm going to add into it a transcribe text folder. So this is going to be my output folder in addition to having a audible or audio photo. All right. So I'm going to now go to my palette here, and I'm going to look at a trigger. So this is my Google Drive trigger here. So I'm going to look at one of the triggers, and I want to make on changes involving a specific folder. All right. So I've dragged this node into my canvas here, and then I'm going to set it up. So I'm going to say, I'm going to load up to my credentials, and then I'm going to say trigger on changes involving a specific folder, right? So I want to say from this list, whenever there's changes to my audio folder, so that is a new MP3 is added into this folder. What I want to do is I want to check for file created. If there's a new file that's created, then I want to have this event trigger. So I can use other events here like file updated, folder created, folder updated, watch folder updated. So there's other triggers that I can watch for, but for this purposes, I'll just go file created. All right, so now I'm going to then connect into my Google Drive, and I'll disable or deactivate this manual trigger. So whenever a file is added to this audio folder, it's going to trigger and cause this path to be taken. So let me test this out. I'll fetch for a test event. So I had already added a file to the audio folder, so it's triggered that. And now what I see here is here's all the attributes of the file that it's gotten. So I want to change my ID. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ID of the file from Google Drive, and I'm going to specify that it's part of my Google Drive. All right. So this is what I'm going to do to download this file based on my JSON ID, and then I'm going to do a test step. All right. So this test step will allow me to download this file, and you can see here that this file, the inaugural address file that I added to my audio folder, has been added here. Okay, so I'm going to now activate this workflow, and then I'll test it out. So I'll say okay, and now this node here is monitoring the Google Drive folder for every minute to check whether or not there are new files. So I'll go to my Google file folder here, and I'll just delete this. And then I will go ahead and upload it again just to show that it's working. So I'll drag it into here, and I'll upload. And now that it's finished uploading, you can see it into this folder here. And then what I'll see when I come back here, so I'll look at the executions, right? So it executed previously here. So it's going to take a minute for it to pull again. And once it activates, you will see here that flow is automatically being executed. So let's wait for a few more seconds, and then just we'll see this trigger. All right, so you can see that running, and it'll run for about 30 seconds, and then we'll see exactly the output that it provided. So we'll just wait for a few more seconds, and then I'll show you the input. All right, so here it is. All right, so I'll click on this, and then you can see what's happened here. This Google trigger has found that there's a new file that was added, all right, and this is the file name. and then we go to the Google Drive and it downloaded it, and then the transcription has got all the text, and then I put that into the file here. I call it with the same file name but with the text extension, and then I go into Google Drive, and then it's outputted this to the parent folder. So I can just make a change here to be a little better form. So I can say the parent folder for this is actually the text transcription, just transcribe text, right? So if I do that, then the next time it runs that, it's going to go to the right folder. But let me just go to my home and kind of show you that the inaugural address here, the .text, was created from this flow. So pretty cool that we're able to take this flow here. Now, anytime a Audible file is added into here, we automatically produce a transcription.